tell how someone's day is going if they walk out to their shed and they forget the key, but they manage to bring their coffee. It's a pretty good indicator. Hello and welcome back to the Yarnitopia. My name is Kim and this is my channel where I talk about all things yarn and my love of knitting and crochet. And I'm just really getting to sit down and enjoy my first full cup of coffee. I didn't even get done with all my coffee this morning. And I chose my Making Spirits Bright because I need some joy and my coffee brings me joy. I don't have a lot of work to show you on my mittens because I didn't really get to knit on them last night. It took a lot of time to edit yesterday's Vlogmas video. There was a lot of cinematic footage that I had to go through, but I am knitting on my fingerless mitts, and these are something socks to mittens, or I'll put the name right here. I'm doing these 2 at a time on 2 24-inch US 1, which is a 2.5 millimeter Haya sharps. I love Haya sharps because they are indeed super sharp. They will split your yarn if you're not careful because they're so sharp, but I prefer a sharper needle, and that's what I'm knitting on. I talked about a project yesterday that I was working on that I was going to try to get some work done on the road to show you guys, and I never even showed you what it was. I don't know why, I forgot. So let me show you that. So this is the bane of my existence. I really want this project, but I have really learned to realize that I don't like this yarn. This is Yarn Bee. It is velvety something with sparkle, and you can see the sparkle. The camera's picking it up quite well. But when knitting with this basically just poops sparkle everywhere like a unicorn. And we have a black duvet on our bed in our bedroom, and I've been knitting on this a lot in bed. And the husband pointed out, he was like, "Why is all that glittery stuff on the bed?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's my project. It's pooping everywhere." So while this is very pretty, I cannot recommend this yarn because it poops glitter everywhere. And I'm so afraid that my cat is going to eat it because he kind of stays in our bedroom. So I'm constantly having to vacuum up when I'm working on it. It's not really long pieces. It's just like little flakes that are probably just 2 to 3 centimeters long. And it just kind of looks like a little eyelash. I mean, it probably can't even pick that up. How small that is. But on a black comforter, you can see it. But this is a pattern that I bought several years ago. Webs, which is yarn.com, puts out these catalogs, and one year there was these knitted pine trees on the front, and they were called Winter Pines. And I bought the pattern. It was a big kerfuffle trying to buy the pattern because their website was down, so I had to call in and they had to send it to me by email. I can't even pull up my purchase online, so I have this email saved in like 4 different places, so I never lose this pattern. But it has 2 different kind of trees, and I think there's 2 or 3 different sizes per tree. So there's 3 different trees. There's this cabled tree, which has basically cables all the way around it. And then there's one that just has one cable kind of around the front of it. And then there's one that's just a basic stockinette tree. And so I picked up this skein. You can see it's like snowing glitter on me right now, thinking, okay, that's a very pretty green. It's a very tree green, and that glitter would make it really cool and catch light in the shed for Christmas decoration, and it would just be a fun knit and to have sitting out. I'm almost done, thank goodness, and I would never buy this again. I don't really hate the fact that it's like this velvety yarn. I mean, I have only had issues with that one time, and ironically, it's at the very beginning. And for whatever reason, part of my fluff, the velvety stuff, kind of popped off the yarn. So you can see the white thread there where it was, and now it's not. So I'll just put that in the back. Nobody will see it and go from there. But I am enjoying how this is turning out. I think it is going to be kind of cool. I'm going to stuff it either with one of those styrofoam combs or make a comb with some thin cardboard or scrapbook paper, cardstock, that's the word. Or I may just stuff it with polyfill and then do a single crochet decreasing circle on the bottom as a flat surface. But it's getting close to being done, and it will decrease as it goes up. And the cable is, I really like the cable. It's just traditional cable. And I'm probably going to have a little bit of yarn left. So what I'm going to do just to use this stuff up is make a baby size. And I'm just going to start at the top. I'm not going to use the pattern they sent me because they're all bottom up. And I hate bottom up patterns. I feel like you don't really get to use every single bit of your yarn as much. And these can easily be flipped upside down, the pattern. So I may just kind of go about what it says. But I'm basically going to start at the top and then increase as it goes out. And then use all this up. And that way I don't have any more to deal with because it just poops out sparkles. So I am also knitting these on a US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter. And these are Knit Pro Zings. They are a Knitter's Pride needle, which is also known as Knit Pro. Knit Pro is just the European version, or it used to be when they first came out with these. And they are colored according to the size. So all the US 7s are this blue color, and the DPNs, the circulars, interchangeables, and then another size, a different color, which I love that way in case the numbers rub off and you can still see what size needle you have easily without having to measure it all the time. I did open my advent calendars this morning, and I am the world's worst of not seeing what things are. I haven't had that coffee yet. This is actually one of my normal coffees. And surprisingly enough, I've tried all kind of coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. My husband only drinks the McDonald's, McCafe, regular caffeinated coffee. That's too bougie for me. I'm really not a bougie person. I go with the Great Value little boxes that are always way up high. But I love the caramel pecan one. Like, it's so good. And then with that Aldi's creamer that I drink, like, it just makes my heart happy. And that is what I'm having right now. So a bit of honesty about the advent calendar from Aldi. I do enjoy the coffee, but when I use my Great Value K-Cups, I do 12 ounces, and it's the perfect strength with the amount of creamer. But with those Aldi cups, they seem to be a little bit weaker, so I have to go down to like 10 cups, and then I feel like that's like 4 sips, and then I'm out of coffee. So it's kind of sad. Who wants to get up all the time to make that coffee? So I'm enjoying them, but it's not like my first grab coffee. I am enjoying my Advent tea calendar that Jeannie gave me. I saw that someone left the comment on one of my videos. I promise you I will get to all your comments whenever I'm standing in line or whenever I have a few minutes in between cooking, and when I'm not editing, I pull up the app and I start at the bottom with the comments and I answer them in the order that they came in. So just please be patient with me and know that I see you, I am not ignoring you, and I truly appreciate you leaving me comments because that makes me happy to know that you're actually interacting with me and my channel and that this is just not going out to crickets. So I really haven't got to work out here in the last few days. It's just been a really busy week. Tomorrow I have to go clean my mother-in-law's, and then I'll start really working out here, and I really want to spend all weekend out here getting as much done. My first priority, if it's going to be decently warm, is to work on finishing sanding that bookcase because I need that shelving unit to put stuff on. I feel like a lot of my other boxes and stuff can be emptied and dispersed if I have the place to put stuff. So that's a goal. And then obviously I want to work on the yarn because that would free up a lot of floor space as well. And I could just put it all in the bookcases and then later go through it shelf by shelf. And that may be something I have to do because it's a little chaotic out here right now. And if you know me, you know I do not like chaos so much. So that's kind of what I'm toying with as far as what to do in this space. So I think it's time to open our Advent for the day. I meant to mention this yesterday, but when I took this out of the box to put it in a basket, I realized that there was 2 little packages. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to wait to open those or not. So what I might do is save the bigger one for the last day, Christmas Eve, and maybe use this one on the 12th, which is kind of halfway in between the Advent of Countdown to Christmas. So this is day 6. It's a cute little Santa. Super cute. I really like these little boxes she got. They were very, very adorable. So let's see what's in store today. I see pinks and reds. Oh my gosh. They're so pretty. Wow. That is nice. So this is called the Bloody Baron. And again, if you're new to my channel, this is from Crystal Skies Hand Dyes, and it is her Advent 24 minis and a big skein. I got the 20 grams a piece, and it is a Harry Potter themed Advent, and you get to choose your house, and I am a Hufflepuff. But that is really, really pretty. I haven't even started on my gnomes yet, or my gnome. I am waiting to see some more photos in case I need to pull in another color. I keep having this weird pull to pull in a green. I don't know if it's because of this whole tree saga thing that I'm dealing with, because if you did not watch yesterday's Vlogmas, you should, because we did look at Christmas trees. Whew. But I'm hoping they come down next year. I read there's actually this tree shortage because of the lack of rain in our area, and that could be why the prices are so expensive. But it's fine. I do have this really pretty metallic tree that we're going to be setting up hopefully this weekend. That's why I want to get all of this cleaned up. I keep having this urge to pull in a green. So I'm going to try to look tonight and see if maybe that's something I need to do, and pull a green from one of these baskets that I can use, and then maybe start on those. And then tomorrow's Vlogmas, to help psych me up for my gnome, and maybe I'll try to cast it on tonight if I can, I will show you some of my past gnomes that I have knit, because I've knit several by this designer, and I think each of them is fabulous, and I own like 2 or 3 more for patterns that I need to make as well, and have like a whole army of gnomes. I had originally kept all my gnomes in the bookcase in the living room, but because I stole the bookcase in the den, I need to put actual books on that and not just a couple of movies. So I brought the gnomes out here, and they're going to live out here, and so you'll see more of them as well. But maybe I'll just fill my whole shed with gnomes and cute little stuffies. I don't know. Next year is going to be the big year of doing nothing but crafting and not DIYing. I'm so ready just to have all the crafting time. I love DIYing, but it's time for it to be done.